Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
What's good, y'all? It's your man Hezo, and welcome back to the Blacktop, where I always got next, you feel me? So holy shit, we got some breaking news in the NBA. I got my Spider-Man shirt for because Donovan Mitchell is on the move. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Leave a like on the video. Help me get to my first 400 subscribers. I'm only about 40 away, so if y'all can help me get there, I'll greatly appreciate it. And let's get right into it. So we finally get some big news this NBA offseason, which has been very slow as of recent. And I think this is going to be the last domino to fall this offseason. I don't really see anything else happening. But Donovan Mitchell on the move to the Cleveland Cavaliers for 3 unprotected first-round picks, 2 pick swaps in the future, Lauri Markkanen, a sign and trade with Colin Sexton, and then the rookie kid from Kansas. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. And my initial trade reaction to this was just wow. And I want to look at this trade from 2 sides, right? I want to look at it from the Jazz side, and I want to look at it from the Cavs side. So let's start out with the Cavs. And for the Cavs, I like the move. I really do, but I just have some questions. It's going to be a significant defensive liability now in the backcourt for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but you're getting an all-star guard in the middle of his prime. So when you compare that with another all-star guard, overall, it's a dub. You'll figure it out defensively. You still have a defensive anchor in Jared Allen and an excellent defensive player in Evan Mobley and a pretty good defensive player in Isaac Okoro. So the Cavs, they're going to figure it out defensively, and they are going to be a juggernaut offensively. Now, they are both undersized. With Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell in the backcourt, words are hard. They are both very undersized guards, so I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. But they can both score the damn ball, man. Everybody knows that. I like this trade for the Cavs. I think this really shakes up the Eastern Conference. I'm not going to say that they're a contender or they're the favorite in the Eastern Conference, but I think they have the potential to be a top 5 seed. They have a lot of good supporting pieces. They still got Kevin Love down there. Jetty Osman is not a bad player. They have some pieces, man. I like what the Cavs are doing. I like the direction. Does this put them over the top? I don't think so, but I think this puts them in the conversation with the Hawks, the Heat, and teams like that are kind of middle of the pack from like 4 to 6. I don't think this really puts them on the level of Boston or Milwaukee or Philly, but it's going to be a waiting game. It's going to really all depend on how he fits. Again, Donovan Mitchell's not a defensive guard, and neither is Darius Garland. So it's going to be interesting to see how they complement each other because they're both ball-dominant scoring guards. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Now, I want to move on to the Jazz. For the Jazz, I look at it from 2 different angles for the Jazz. First angle I look at it is I don't think they got enough in this deal. When you look at the players that they got and then the draft picks that they got, a couple guys who have been kind of injury prone. Obviously, we know Lauri Markkanen has battled his fair share of injuries. He had a pretty decent season last year with the Cavs. Obviously, Colin Sexton Torres, I think it was his ACL. He's coming off of an ACL injury. And then obviously the rookie kid they got from Kansas, we don't know what he's going to be. And then the draft picks. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a sub package that they got comparing to what they got for Rudy Gobert. Now I know that the trade market kind of died down for Donovan Mitchell. I know it was them and the Knicks, and let's be honest, man, the Knicks really fumbled the bag. The Knicks fumbled the bag. They had Donovan Mitchell in their hands. Leon Rose did not want to pull the trigger. He gave the deadline to Monday night. We see RJ Barrett got an extension, but I really feel like he had a better package to offer with more draft picks, but didn't want to pull the trigger. In my opinion, the Knicks have been such a laughingstock of the NBA. I feel like they should have pulled the trigger and got Donovan Mitchell to get a star in New York, in the Big Apple. It didn't happen. We ain't talking about the Knicks, man. The other side I want to talk about for the Jazz is realistically, when you look at it overall, shout out to Danny Ainge, man. He did his job in terms of getting draft picks. No, he probably didn't get as much as he wanted. Maybe it was a little bit of a underpay for him, but it is what it is. He has done his overall job for this offseason, stockpiling draft picks. They're going to be a bad team next year. Very interested to see what they're going to do with Mike Conley now going forward. He just does not fit with this team. The Jazz are going to be probably at the bottom of the league, battling with the Spurs probably for the first overall pick for Victor Wembanyama, who's the clear-cut #1 draft pick, either him or Scoot Henderson. We'll see what happens with that. You never know. Overall, crazy trade. I like it from both perspectives. I feel like the Jazz could have got a little bit more, but it is what it is. It happens. We've seen they got an overhaul for Rudy Gobert. So Danny Ainge having a very Sam Presti-like offseason, stockpiling draft picks for the next 6, 7, 8, however many years it is. We'll see what happens with Mike Conley going forward. I don't think he gets moved this offseason. I just want to point that out. I do think it'll probably be towards the trade deadline of next year, but you never know what's going to happen. I'm going to pretty much leave it there, man. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Who won this trade, the Cavs or the Jazz? Was it an even trade? Y'all let me know. Y'all keep in mind as well. Again, I'm going to be on vacation this week. I'm leaving tomorrow night, so y'all keep that in mind. I will not be back until mid next week, so you will not see a video from me up until probably next weekend. Leave a like on the video, and I will catch y'all next episode.